we felt like we wanted to start this conversation talking about God, because the way that beings are raised, they're raised to look up to mom and dad. And when those two archetypes are not healed either, so they're working on their own healing, and they got to the level that they were at, and we are the generation that has come to figure this out and to transcend all of these limitations and constrictions that we have gone through for many centuries, many generations back. Our bodies, they have many generations of habits of things that it has done and are used to. And the knower, we, the soul, we need to learn how to operate the body, because we have to see energy accurately. We have to see what the reality is. And many are projecting their own father figure onto God. That usually was narcissistic in some form. Usually. It's not always the case. There are many different configurations. But that is just a habit. This is what we have to get. These are just habits of behavior, because you don't see the full picture. And so what we are inviting here is for you to not only learn, but to align to that picture. Because unless you align to it, it's just another theory about something. You have to go through this. You have to align to the holistic perspective by choice. And you have to see the truth of where you're at first and foremost. That is the most important thing before going on this journey, is to know where you are at. Truly. With your weaknesses and everything. Just so that you at least get a snapshot of, okay, this is where I'm starting from. Okay. Right. Or this is my next step, or whatever it is. Right? That is super important. Because then, only then, when you have an accurate read of what's going on for the body, not what you think. This is what is so interesting, because we know, being there, that it's such a really getting that is a switch for many. But many are also there. They also get this switch, and it's more about comprehending all of the details of how this all fits together. Because this all fits together. And God I just see a black cat there, jumped off on the roof. Beautiful cat. I can feel cats a lot. I feel that I have a lot of cat energy in the makeup of the system. Let's have some coconut water, shall we? Sometimes it's like that. I really, really enjoy coming out here when it's like this. It's really soothing. It's the perfect day to consolidate, and commune with God. Commune with God. Because the energies are just in that transition. The cat is like jumping in some bushes. This is the most important thing that we do during these times, is to learn to sink into the body truly, and trusting in that process, because that is the unwinding process. As your soul goes deeper and deeper into the body, there is an unwinding that's happening. Once you start to get more familiarized with these 28 days of consciousness shift, that if you haven't started already, there is a free 28-day consciousness shift that you can start with. And so the more that you get familiarized with how things work, the better you're going to obviously be at dealing with energy. And this is I lost it there. I'm not sure what I was talking about. Yeah, that's the most important. To just sink into the wisdom of the body. It seems like the body is not intuition, because it's like the body, but it's an interesting thing, because true intuition mirrors in the body. And so getting connected to that more and more is your gateway home. And so all of these 28 days that we have, it's a complete system to take you deeper and deeper, transformed into who you truly are. That is what all of these are for. And it's not just an easy process. You have to go through the closing of the old chapters, so to speak, the old relationships that either move with you or fall away in some way, and you have to be the one that is maneuvering that. You have to oversee that. Many beings don't even know their own spiritual development, and that is what is so important to see, so that you know that you're heading in the right direction for you spiritually as a soul. Otherwise, what are you doing here? You know? Like, and we are all on this journey. It's not what are you doing, but we're all on the journey of comprehending the truth of where we're at, so that we can and see the truth. See where you're at, acknowledge where you're at, and seeing reality accurately. Those are the two most important cornerstones in this whole game. Because most of us have not been trained to see energy accurately. We have been just trained to react to whatever the thought was. And so we are getting out of that. And this is the transition that we are all on as humans, is to embody who we truly are. And these 28 days are the stepping stones up in frequency to ascend, just like the ascended masters did. They are rooting all of this, and they're guiding us all through all of these different transmissions that's going on inside of the portal. And so all of that is geared towards supporting beings ascend and truly master their energy. Their entire life will either flip completely, or it will just course correct if you have been on your path already. So if you haven't already, you can get started by signing up. There's a free 28-day consciousness shift where it was my first time channeling Jesus in public. And so the first 3 videos, I didn't even know exactly what we were doing, as you will see. And this is how it happens and has happened for me. They're guiding me to ascend, and they are providing all of these ways to ascend my body, so that I am showing you how we do ascend. That's what this whole thing is about for me. That is my soul mission. And it's, when you see it, it's very simple. And you would just be like, yeah, that makes perfect sense, because now everything makes sense. Your entire reality needs to make sense. You can't exclude something. Oh yeah, things work like this, not like that. You have to include everything. Comprehend why things are the way that they are. Right? See accurately where people are, so that you can maneuver this game and ascend in frequency, and to anchor the light that you're here to be. When you know that you are of service here, because you're actually walking your path. Just like an ascended master. That's what we wanted to share for this one. We are welcoming you to continue. If you have already started with the 28-day, we invite you to get back on it, because it is a further moving up in frequency to comprehend more and to ascend further in comprehension and in anchoring of who you are. All right. Thank you so much, and we'll talk to you again in the next one. Ciao. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Archangel Michael. Thank you, Archangel Metatron. Thank you. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. Let us know how you found this material. Thank you so much for being here. I love you. Ciao.